Hey everybody, Ryan McCaffrey with IGN Live from E3 2014 in our Haunted Theater in Los Angeles. I'm Ryan McCaffrey, Marty Sleva.
Hey everybody.
Marty, Fable Legends.
Fable Legends.
We both got a chance to play it.
Yep.
We saw it at the Microsoft stage show, the press briefing on Monday. What do you think of it? Because I have an opinion on it that I was hoping to not have.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. Both of us are big Fable fans. I mean, Fable 2 and Fable 3 are two of my favorite 360 games. I went in hoping for that, and none of the Fable charm comes through. None of the things to me that make Fable Fable. You know, none of the personality, none of the massive kind of scope and
the soul,
grandeur.
if you will.
Yeah. I think it has some good ideas, but it doesn't feel like a Fable game to me.
Yeah, so it's a 4 versus 1. Not at all like Evolve, but no. just same hashtag.
Yes.
But so one person plays the villain, who's playing from a top-down, real-time strategy style.
Dungeon Master kind of thing.
Exactly. It's basically Fable as a D&D, a live video game D&D module, where you have the Dungeon Master as the villain, and 4 heroes, 4 people playing as the heroes on the ground from a over-the-shoulder third-person view. And it's just. There is no. They say there's a story, except that there's really not, because apparently they told us it's season based, so not like episodic maybe, but
I mean season. That's the same term they use with Killer Instinct as well. So, I mean, I'm wondering if this is going to be a downloadable game or if this is going to be free to play.
So it's not open world. Go explore Albion, take lots of quests, and meet lots of people. It's just these 30. They said each instance is about 30 minutes. Yeah. You just do a series of those that have some sort of thin narrative arc. But I asked about that when we were done, and these were a couple of choice quotes that sent shivers down my spine as a Fable fan. The writer of the game said that you, quote, you elect to take part in the dialogue.
Yeah, which seems strange because that's one of the things to me. The writing and the voice work in Fable is one of the strongest elements. Yeah. So the phrase "you elect to take part in it"
by pressing A, and the dialogue is they're like, it has more dialogue than the other Fable games. It's all combat chat.
Yeah,
that's just like, hey, there's a guy behind me, help me out here.
Yep.
And the studio head, the director, said, quote, the backstories. For the characters, the backstories are visible on the website.
Yeah, that's why I want my Fable experience to go onto the World Wide Web on my Netscape browser.
Yeah, there's no dog, there's no exploring Albion, there's no character expression, there's no choosing to be good or evil. You are these preset heroes. Yeah. And one other choice quote from the game's writer, quote, we don't have a defined protagonist. And there's no good or evil in this game. Yeah. It's you just play as one of the pre-rolled characters. Yeah. So it's just, I'm not saying it's not a bad game. The thing is, there are cool elements to it, which we'll mention in a second. It's just Fable has come over the last 10 years to be, it has these consistent strengths. Yes. None of which are in this game, or very few of which are in this game.
I completely agree with you there.
But the new cool thing, I think we both agreed.
Yeah, I think playing as the villain is interesting. It reminded me sort of the way like Zombie U would play if you played the multiplayer mode, where someone has a top view, or even like more recently with the crew if you're playing with the app, or not the crew, excuse me, Watch Dogs. Yeah. So it's an interesting sort of. So you see your the 4 heroes coming, and you can choose which units you want to send after them, where you want them to attack, where you want to place them. And there's this element of trying to psychological warfare between the players, which I think is interesting, but I don't think that's what I want. Fable 4 in a Fable game.
I agree. I mean, we have a new console. We've seen so many other games, whether it's Metal Gear Solid, Phantom Pain, or whether it's Zelda on Wii U, that are taking the new technology available to them and blowing out everything that was cool about their last generation versions of the games. Yeah, I would love a next-gen, full-out Albion to explore. And it's just there's no Fable in the Fable.
Yeah, here's the hoping that by the end of this generation we do get our Fable 4.
So we'll keep an eye on Fable Legends and see how it progresses.
Definitely.
Try to stay optimistic. In the meantime, for all things Fable Legends, all things Xbox, all things video games, you're already in the right place here at IGN.